Oh, I got sidetracked. Didn't realize how many minutes have been past since the songs. It's like I thought it was like less than 10 or something. It's like, oh wait, 13. Even though I started like maybe 30 seconds into the stream. So, anyways, hey everyone, how's it going? We're back with some more Marvelous, another Treasure Island. I thought I was gonna finish the game yesterday, but then late game came and this puzzle kicked my butt for a while. A slider puzzle. Just something went horribly wrong. I was sucking at it. Plus, I structured it in a way where it was impossible to solve without, breaking down what I established with the sliding puzzle further. But I'll get into the details. There's just certain rules and structure and tricks with doing sliding puzzles. Those 4x4s, and it just went against me. Even chat couldn't figure it out for an hour. But we beat it, but I was just kind of like, no, I don't feel like finishing it tonight. Let's just continue another day. So, yeah. I'm hoping we finish this today. Like, I'm very sure we will, but it's never 100%. So, hey. Do this. Okay, that's... Actually, this is okay. I don't mind starting that way. So I could just kind of go back from the beginning. Easier to get my bearings that way. Okay, so I need 3 more red keys and come back here in the ship. I know where 2 of the red chests are, but I can't seem to open either. So I'm missing 1. In blue chests, I don't know much yet. Okay. Yeah, I haven't explored this section that much. Oh, move to you to find the invisible floor, okay. So then... maybe structure like this. You're in the way. This is gonna be rough. Okay, I really feel like I should write notes here. 1L UD. Don't do it in my head, especially with how slow the structure of this situation might be. At least 2L. Not much, Jose. Continuing on. Hopefully this week goes better. Alright, so 2L. Alright. This one down. Two down. Okay, 1L. 2L. Maybe 1 up. One. This is slow. Wait, I think I was 1 too short. They're not paying full attention. Two more here. All right. 1 down, at least. I feel like I gotta get to that spot. Okay, this one part's done. Okay, so it's kind of like checkpoints. Oops. Okay, how to get back up? Yeah, screw you, sliding puzzle. We're done with it. So I really gotta be careful, otherwise it go a long way back up. I think I pressed 3 before. Just in case I slip up. Alright, so at least 3L. Okay, 3 left. Hmm. Wonder if there's a trick like one of them is just a dead end. No. I don't want to mess up the formatting a little bit. Okay, at least 3 down. I have a feeling. Nope. Alright, 4 down. Okay, 4. Maybe now, right? No, can't make it that direct. I think this would be to that treasure. Okay, at least 3 down. 4. 5. A lot of going down. Yes, 6 down. One, 2, 4. I have a feeling I'll fall. Nope. cool. That was the easiest one. You're in the way. Oh, there's an exit there. That's why. Puzzle wants to continue on longer. Marvelous, baby. 25 stream streak. How's it going? Whoops, I slipped. It's going. I was hoping to finish it yesterday, but there was a slider puzzle that just was kicking my ass for over an hour. So that just kind of killed the momentum. Like, fine. We'll just continue another day. Right, elevator here. Yeah, they could be okay, but I'm not good at them. But this one was just kind of kicking my ass. Okay, at least 6. Let's just double check. It's gonna follow you. Oh. It's probably going to be, it's probably going to have to go down or up a little bit. Okay, surprisingly, it's straight. I thought it was going to be a little more twists and curves. I must go now. My planet needs me. Okay. It's number 1. 3 to go. Let's check if that, the other blue chest I saw is the second one. Let's fall. Okay, so that was number 2. Okay, this is floor 5. Oops, didn't mean that. We're doing it, yeah. Got one puzzle done so far. So far, every puzzle is different. There's not really been any repeats. So that's one interesting thing about the game, that every puzzle feels different. Like they have all their own little gimmicks. Yeah. I already forgot somehow where the elevator is. It's right there. And check what's over here anyways. Oops. I mean, I totally meant to do that on purpose. Here's the infamous puzzle. Could have just fallen off, can't I? No. Of course not. So you have to just, if you want to go down there quickly, you just have to make them fall one by one. Let's check what's 7. What's the 7th thorn tail? Let's just explore with Jack instead of bringing everyone. Okay, so that's here. That's the very beginning. Let's see, I'm gonna get to the other side. Shit. Yeah, go all the way back. We'll just save state before crossing the bridge. I'm even having trouble with this. It was fine before. Oh, another red chest. No, it's with these ones. I'm just exploring with him. Just makes it easier to manage. Okay. Which one was that? Okay, the other side of that. This one. Alright, so I see where the last two reds are. Ta-da! How's it going? How's your game? I forgot what it was called again, but the dungeon crawler one. That's kind of interesting in the sense of the UI for it just feels very old school. Luna said, okay. So how was that? Okay, Kingsville clone. Yeah, I'm gonna play one of these days. We'll see when. Unless it's like really, really late into the challenge, all of them. I feel like you won't let that happen. Though there are many, many choices. Okay. An old classic. Wait, I want to go back. Slowly mesmerizing the structure, but I only seen 2 blue chests. Maybe I missed one. Guess I'm grasping the area slowly. Why am I having a hard time with this? And it's a long way back. Wait, no. I'm very sure the hole has the third red key. Very sure I saw all of them. Very sure when the chest is here. Just to make it convoluted, it's probably the other room. Nope. Just forgetting what's where for a moment. I don't think I've been to 6. Okay, that's this. Alright, so I know where the door is. Well, roughly where the door is. Gotta go to floor 7. Let's check 6. Okay, this is 6. So where are the 2 blue chests? Let's check the red door first. Maybe the blue chests are just there because they got tired of it and didn't come up with extra puzzles for it. Oh wait, there is one chest that I forgot about. The one by the slider. Yeah, there's a blue chest there. I just don't remember at all where the last blue chest is, if I saw it at all. For now, let's just go back to red. Okay, there's the blue chest. Let them get back in. Maybe I just can't fall off. I have to do this. Yeah, this is the end game, so I expect this to be the most elaborate. Why did my number messed up over there? I just noticed. I must have moved it by accident. So just fixing. This isn't right. This is too anticlimactic. Never found the treasure. We don't know how to climb ladders. True. This is our treasure. Grade school crush and the hot teacher. Uh-oh. Of course, that doesn't work. It was a trap. Oh, wait. I have to stay in all three. Hey, Tetrium. Let's go. Nope. I'll stay. Well, this has been a Nintendo Game by Zelda, and that was just a rule for your raid alert. Welcome on Ensign Gamer Warrior playing Tetrium. Yeah. Wee. Shit. Okay, that must be the door. Let's get all the rocks. Just in case. Get over here. Luckily, I brought the fastest with me. So there's one structure I saw. It's like, what about that place? It's like, oh. I'm here, guys. It's the longest 60 seconds ever. Feels kind of weird. It's not mashing it, it's pressing it. Hey, name. It was all within the span of a second, just pumping at it. Oh, it's still continuing. It's just getting close. The bloom. Okay, at least you know what to do. Oops. Shit. Yep. Forgot to bring all my friends. Okay. All that waiting here just gonna slow things down a little bit. I think just ignore those rocks. Yeah. Well, oh yeah, shit, there's a button. It won't take too long. We're right there. Yeah. Seems I already collected rocks here from the previous time. At least I got more seconds on it. Yeah, they never knew that. Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen any multiplayer options. It would have been a cool multiplayer game. Yeah, I do have to mash. Okay, I was very close to the end when I was off by a second. I was literally 1 second away from completion. Fine. Oh, someone's in love. Feelings mutual. Bye-bye. Meanwhile, these two just... Up, he's the MC now. Nope, he's an MC. Yep. Well, GG. So we were an hour away from finishing it yesterday. I could have done it, I was just kind of like tired mentally. Thank you, Tetrium. Thank you, Red Blue. So that's one down. Gonna have a productive night because the next game is supposed to be super short. There was a few side stuff, mostly for trophies and completion rates, from what I understand. But not like hard, big optional stuff, just like little things and bonuses. Yeah. And before next Nintendo Direct has a remake of this. I'm claiming it now. Surprise remake of a long-lost Nintendo game. That'll be a fun game to will it. Yeah, it's a neat game. Some tedious in some aspects, but it's a neat game. Very charming. Nice. The graphics for the jukebox. Mhm. Mr. James Feen's final score collected 157 rocks. Help people. Ooh, 100%. Okay, I'm surprised I got that achievement. I got 100% help rate on the first go. Yeah. Yeah, like I'm only missing like 2 achievements or so. Yeah, you're pretty marvelous. Like I have some older save files. Otherwise, it's like this is chapter 1 and chapter 2 stuff, so I could just easily get the 100% on this. Once I go back to the game, I got everything in the later half of the game. So this will just be kind of a quick to just kind of go through. This is just for personal stuff. I have the save file for this. I have the chapter 1 save file. You have to redo chapter 1. That's it. But yeah, you were pretty dang marvelous. The end. Alright. Let's set this up quick. Let's meet RetroArch for a moment. Alright, so... I didn't mean like that. Put it on the music. And here we are in review mode. Alright, so we beat this today on February 2nd, 2026, with a time of 17 hours, 5 minutes, 50 seconds. Yeah. See that? The story was cute. Just kids in the summer camp. You know, who have the hots for a teacher, you know, end up going on this epic adventure to rescue her. And just travel to different islands, help out different people, lots and lots of hijinks and silly moments and things like that. Very basic story stuff, but it's very simple. Got three per silent protagonist, not just one, but 3, you know, consisting of one unit, Team Mr. J. And yeah, just we're going from place to place. There's just a lot of little hijinks, things like that. Nothing deep, nothing super special or anything, but has a charm to it. It's just kind of fun. It's silly, little bit of antics and moments and things like that across the games and things like that. It does kind of end in the anticlimactic matter, even though we had a whole escape sequence and everything. It was like, yeah, there was just no, you know, final ultimate puzzle or anything. It was just basically, well, I guess the pumps was the final puzzle. But even then, it was like, the chapters 2, 3, and 4 had boss fights. Even though the action aspect of it is a little clunky, which I'll explain the gameplay aspect. And maybe I missed it, but we never got direct confirmation of what the whole treasure is. No final Sudoku, yeah. Which was a 999 reference. So yeah. We didn't even get an indication exactly what the treasure was. That was the marvelous treasure. Maybe I missed it, maybe it went over my head or something, but it just feels like, what's the whole point of this final temple sequence, other than to rescue their teacher? Was it just a big trap? Was it just a big trap in the end or something like that? But otherwise, yeah, it was just cute and fun. Nothing serious. That's the Nintendo charm, so it's a 4. That's how One Piece will end, just the friends being along the way. Music, I think it's solid. Good variety of tracks. Some, strong, some pretty good songs. Nothing super I'm into or anything. I'm just kind of picky that way. But I like the music overall. It fits with the game well. There's a good amount of tracks and everything. It fits this lighthearted adventure. Plus, there's some ambient tracks as well. Like, for example, what was it? Like, this is pretty good. This was good. This is also pretty good. Yeah, like, not the amazing soundtrack, but at least it has a good amount of music, for starters. Like, some good ambience. And like, chapter 3 in particular was like the horror chapter. And then music just kind of captures it. And this too. And you got some whimsical songs as well. Thank you, Sunfall. Okay, I'll just leave that as a little creepy, creepy review theme. No, this doesn't fit. As much silly as it is. I'll just find something funny. No. Okay, there we go. Better review music. Alright, graphics, by far the best part of the game. Like, very charming visuals, very good animations, very good sprite work, good presentation. There's just a lot of effort and care into the presentation of the game. Has that Nintendo quality and charm to it all. Like, it was just a really good looking game, just very expression, very fun, very silly. So that's just the easy 5 right there. Like, showing off that late SNES ability. Yeah, Nintendo were flexing. It's one of the better looking games in the system and just has a lot of charm to it. So that's a 5 right there. Can't do no real negatives on that one. It's just really, really solid. And gameplay. Overall, the gameplay is good. Like, a very interesting puzzle game with some side action stuff. Like, yeah, I was mentioning earlier and just kind of hit the realization that no two puzzles were the same. Like, every puzzle I go through the game is unique and different and just kind of mixing things up a little bit. So at least the game constantly stays fresh and has some variety to everything. There's the whole teamwork mechanic too, where they just kind of mix it up with different button prompts and things to mesh and stuff too. But at the same time, the puzzles are not perfect. There's like a lot of little backtracking, and the menuing is kind of slow because there's just a lot of dialogue. Then you get to the options. Then you get to doing the puzzle. But sometimes you mess up, so then you have to go through the dialogue again, then do the puzzle again. And yes, the slider puzzle. That was just the mean puzzle that took over an hour. But besides that, that was just the moment where it's just like, ugh, some puzzles are just rough. And besides it being rough puzzles, there's just some stuff that, where most of the time it's easier enough to figure it out, but sometimes it's just a little bit obtuse. Luckily, the game has a hint system most of the time, which is overall helpful. Other times, not so helpful because it doesn't update the information fast enough when I need it. So I just kind of wish that... Okay, the music's a little loud. It's a little hard to hear myself think a little. Okay. Yeah. Still things like that where there's just a lot of little tedium, and there's also kind of excessive backtracking where you just going back in the areas back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to try to kind of solve the puzzles, and or if I just mess up, you have to go back, then do it again, go back, do it again. It's not a big deal ultimately, but there's just a lot of little micromanagements and things to just kind of mess up a little bit. That just kind of adds a little bit of drag. Plus, the game can, for better and worse, can be a little bit chatty when you're just trying to do stuff or going through the menus and things like that. So that just kind of a little bit there. But otherwise, it's a cute, clever puzzle game. Reminds me a lot of the Lost Vikings, where you have 3 different characters with different abilities and you just switch between them to solve stuff. Just a lot friendlier and less, you know, if you mess up, you die and you have to restart the whole level sort of thing. And then there's the action bits of the game, which is probably the weakest aspect of the gameplay, where there are times where you have a little bit of action sequence, you eventually get weapons to just kind of fend off enemies and stuff, but the hitbox is kind of weak, and which part of it is that it's not the main point of the game, but the fact that there is boss fights, there is some battles and things like that you have to go through, and it just kind of a little bit shaky on that, and just kind of adds a little bit of the extra tedium to it, or it just feels like it's kind of a weak link in the otherwise overall solid puzzle game with some little tediums and backtrackings and things like that. Yeah, I beat it just like a few minutes ago. Sorry. Yeah, it was a cute game though. Well, I'll get into it. And again, just the game kind of adds anticlimactically, like, yeah, there's an escape sequence, yeah, there's the whole pumping the balloon, there's the mashing A to get out of the place, so it's like, no final boss, which is kind of like, well, okay, it just felt maybe a little rushed at the end. Like, I thought there would just be a little bit more to the end of the game, where instead of just a sequence of puzzles, then you just open the door and that's it. Nothing else in between, nothing else right afterwards and before the end or anything like that. Like, no final showdown against King Blue or something like that. Nothing like that, but oh well. Yeah, that puzzle really got me. It was traumatizing. Okay, not traumatizing, but it was morally defeating that I didn't finish this game yesterday when it took only another hour. So yeah, good puzzle game, good variety to it. I like how creative it gets and just mixes things up, but it's also kind of a little bit slow backtracking and the action's not as good. So it's kind of the 4, and I feel like that's ultimately where I stand at it. Like, I think it's a very interesting game. I think it's a very charming game. I think it's a good time, but I think deep down it was like, it just didn't feel like it was a 5 out of 5 for me, and I just kept wondering, okay, how much longer it's going to be. I think part of it is just me rushing through the challenge, so there's not going to be the aspect of I just want to get through the games quick, and there's part of it. So the game's having the little bit of a drag element to it just kind of makes me feel more of a drag than intended. Plus, maybe I was just tired most of the streams too. But it just feels like, it just didn't feel like a 5 out of 5 for me. Pretty close, but I just feel like there's just some little bit of tedium to it, or it just feels a little too slow-paced. So slow-paced, and you know, sometimes the immersion aspect of it, and with how things are sequenced, kind of also makes it a little slow. So I think it's a kind of a 4. And comments, I was gonna think about the sliding ones, but there was also another aspect of the game that I just kept pointing out, and it's like, these 3 kids over here, I'll just put them in. These 3, they were assholes to animals. Like, we just keep pulling monkey ears, we just keep, you know, we trap the mice and for them cause them to go a bridge and walk over it, and then we pull one mouse's nose out, and we just keep throwing baseballs at the wildlife and monkeys and things like that. So it's like, I gotta comment on that. So, like, there was a fair lot of animal abuse in this game, mostly for laughs and stuff, but still, it's like, man. Those kids were real jerks to the end. That'll be the closing comments in memory of this game. It's like, yeah, those damn kids and their animal abuse. Yeah, solid game. Just didn't really elevate it to a 5 to me. It was just kind of maybe a little bit too much of a drag at parts. Plus the slider puzzle just kind of killed a lot of the fun of it too in the end. It killed the momentum. So it's partly the slider puzzle's fault. No, this game is supposed to be, a very short one. This is one of the 2 beat-em-ups with light RPG elements, this and King of Dragons, so we're just gonna go straight to this. Then, when I finish this, we'll just go to, we'll just do some Horizon. Oh, yeah, the action cards are kind of meh. Yeah, like I was mentioning. So, yeah, let's go get ourselves ready here. We're still pretty marvelous. So, let's just go fix them on. I'll just hopefully remember this is the part where I just cut off the video later when I do highlights. Goodbye, Miss Gina. You're pretty cute.